Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new Lego Chima rewatch video. Today I'm going to talk about the Chi Jackers. It is the 11th episode of the Lego Legends of Chima series and the 11th episode of season 1 in general. So there we go. The previous episode was Foxtrot, which was the 10th episode, and the 12th episode obviously is Balancing Act. This episode aired on the 19th of September 2013 and was written by John Derevalani and directed by Peter Peterson. In the forest, Bezer and two beavers are being chased by the wolves who are trying to steal their chi. However, Warris and his pack tracker spins out and allows the three beavers to get away by squeezing through a log to the other side of the river. So there we go. At the Lion Temple, Rogon, Ruckus and Runk arrive to gather chi for the week, but are surprised to not see anyone else or see the market set up. But Laval and Legrevis informed them that those events have been cancelled after the crueler and the wolves broke in and stole the chi from the sacred pool. So there we go. That is very, very interesting. At the crocodile swamp, Cragger is still upset at Crueler for doing the chi heist from before without him, but she assures him she did it to surprise him. But Cragger snaps back that she almost destroyed him, and Crueler claims it was a hard choice, and Cragger then tells her she made a deal with the wolves and betrayed the crocodiles to do it. So there we go. So yeah, the lions are in a bit of a ruckus because obviously the chi was stolen by the crocodiles, and the wolves also want to steal the chi. So there we go. So interesting, very, very interesting. Leonidas also points out that without chi they won't be able to power their vehicles or weapons, and Leva asks if there is anything they can do, to which Leonidas did not respond. Just then, across the way in the trees, Shadowwind appears, which Laval notices. Shadowwind then takes him to the cliff top where it's overlooking the wolf village, and he pulls out the golden chi orb he won during the last speeder race and gives it to Laval to help the lions, and then appears to be speeding through the wolf camp while a wolf chases after him. There we go. Laval then returns to the Lion Temple and shows the golden chi to Legrevis. He tells him that Shadowwind gave it to him and that he is distracting the wolves for them. They then fix the wall, but when Windra cries out, which they hear and are aware that wolves are spying on them as well. So there we go, very interesting. So the tribes are divided, and the wolves want to steal some more chi, the crocodiles also, and obviously Warris then tells Bladvik and Bulka that the lions are running and they are wise not to fight, but Bladvik and Bulka then say they are wise but also sleepy, so they fall onto the ground and go to sleep, and they say when they wake up everything will be better. The wolves then ride away with their chi as well. So there we go. So the wolves are trying to seduce different tribes to give them their chi, which is kinda interesting. Obviously Warris then arrives to where Winder was and crashes and is crying over her, but when the other wolves notices, he goes back to being tough and tells them they will get payback. Obviously Warris and Windra are their boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm not quite sure, but it could be. At the Lion Temple, Gravis tells Laval that he is proud of him and that he was ready to give up, but Laval pulled through and got the job done. Obviously, Laval admits his plan wasn't perfect, but he was able to help Chima when it needed. He then tells Legravis that the wolves can try all they want to steal the chi, but they will always fight back. Obviously, the lions will so do. Legravis then asks for how long before giving his saddened expression again, but Laval tells him what he told him earlier, to have a little faith for once, and he thanks Laval for reminding, to which Laval says anytime. The two then embrace each other as they watch the sunset as well. So there we go. The cast includes obviously Balker as John Nelson as Balker, Michael Patrick as Bezer, Jeff Evans Todd as Bladvik, David Tatar as Gregor, Bethany Brown as Crueler, Michael Patrick as Iglor, Bethany Brown as Eris, Michael Patrick as Gordon as well, Jesse Inokala as Grimlow, Bill Courage as Legrevis, Scott Sands as Laval, obviously Jesse Inokala, David Tatar and Jeff Evans Todd as Lennox as well, which is interesting. And on the Chima Wikipedia page here, there are 3 different voice actors for one character, which is kind of weird, but sure. Jeff Evans Todd as Leonidas, the GOAT. Jeff Evans Todd as Razor as well. David Tatar as Rogon. John Nelson as Ruckus. Jess Inokala as Runk. David Tatar as Wilhurt. And Scott Sands as Warris. There are non-speaking roles in this episode as well, which is Crawley, Krug, Lavartus, Longtooth, Wax, Windra and Windsor. So there we go. Very interesting as well. So notes, Balkar has Platvik's voice at a lower pitch when he says you don't need to tell us twice. During the fight between the lions and the wolves, specifically when Avel says easy there Fang face, Longtooth can be seen with a red glow around him. Typically the glow used by the evil tribes after the Chi-up, which is interesting. Continuity errors. What is Crash Speeder from the Joyride reappears, which is interesting. Sherwin's Golden Chi is specifically identified as the one from the last Speeder race, which occurred in the previous episode as well. This is the third and final time the wolves used their helicopter attack on the Eagle Spire Foxtrot, and then this episode as well. This is the one of two instances where the Golden Chi dissipates after use, the other being Reunion gone wrong as well. So yeah, okay, very interesting. Another great inclusion in the Chima story, right? The Chi Jackers, obviously the wolves, were one of the main characters in this episode as well. So there we go. Alright, the next episode will be Balancing Act, which might be very interesting. So alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye everyone, or should I say forchima. Goodbye everyone.
Windra! Windra! Oh, Windra, you're safe! For a moment there, I thought... good job there, teammate! We'll get him next time!
Hey, my plan's not perfect, but we're getting the Chi out. The wolves can try to stop us, but we'll just keep fighting back.
Yes, but for how long?
There you go again. Someone told me once, you need to have a little faith.
Yes, and it's a good thing you're here to remind that someone of his own wisdom.
Anytime, Dad.